Hello and welcome back to another video here in the Lego Room. I hope you are well. We are going to get right back at it today. We've had a few days off after we said we would do daily uploads. We have not done daily uploads. I'm so sorry. We did do a video yesterday. Go and check that out if you want to see some of the stuff you might get a peek at in this video. We've got a couple of Lego Harry Potter sets from our backlog that we're going to go through today, as you probably guessed from the title of the video. Let me show you what they are. So we got this beauty we actually got it from the Brick Cycle over on Whatnot. We got it for less than half retail price, which was always a fantastic deal. And yeah, this is retiring at the end of the year, and I thought it was time to bust it out. I think it'll make a nice kind of decor-ish piece here and kind of break up some of the blockiness of the Harry Potter section that you can see just behind me. So we'll build that and we'll see if we can find a home for it. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. Let's see how we get on. And one I am actually really excited about, because this has been sitting here for a good year or so. It was meant to be part of the 12 days of backlog for anybody, the real hardcore fans who can remember that series in December last year. Maybe we'll bring it back this year, who knows. But we were supposed to do the Ministry of Magic set with some absolutely fantastic minifigures in this one. And I think that this one will sort of close up and work quite nicely in amongst all of the Lego Harry Potter stuff in those shelves. We kind of need to find some good filler sets that are bigger sets, and I think this will do really nicely, maybe potentially in the future with 12 Grimmauld Place as well. Maybe that will be one for the 12 days of backlog. Yeah, let's have a little look at these sets. Let's start building them and let's get them placed in the Lego room. So first up is the Mandrake, and bang, just like that, I've already built it. I didn't bother time-lapsing it. It was kind of a chilled out day, and I just decided to do the build without time-lapsing it. So sorry for all the time-lapse lovers out there. Some interesting parts on this, a couple of stickers which kind of take the gloss off the set for me. You've got the Mandrake sticker there that I think as a printed tile would have been fantastic. And unfortunately, some of these are stickers as well, and you can kind of really see where it lips there, which is just a bit of a shame. Luckily, they are the same colour as the plastic, which isn't too bad, and it's kind of made less obvious by the fact you've got the different colour in there as well. So yeah, that bit not brilliant, but I think is generally pretty cool. Let me show you what this little guy is all about, because you can pull him up, and as you can see, let me get him in a good shot there. He's got various different posability. There we go, it works a little better with two hands there. You can see as well, you've got a little bit of a mouthpiece there as well, which can be controlled, which is pretty fun. That's his little scream. I'm not going to make the noise. Pretty annoying kind of sound. But yeah, pretty cool. I like these sort of pieces. It gives them a bit of character as well, so I do like this. It will be kept, of course. However, this was not particularly an exciting build, I've got to say. I'd quite like doing system with tile, but yeah, it was a whole lot of the same colour and making a pot. Not the most exciting thing in the world. He will end up living like this, trapped in his little case there, and we need to find somewhere for him. But first, I think we're going to do that Ministry of Magic set. But it's this one that I'm definitely most excited for. Look at that. It looks fantastic. I definitely want to modularize it. I know there's some on Rebrickable where you can kind of close it up and make it a corner build. Definitely something I'm interested in. But I think it's the minifigures on this one where it's really at. You've got some reuses there with Dolores, but you've got Yaxley, Pius as well, the guy that takes over at the Ministry. You've got the change of Harry, Ron, Hermione with Reg, with Albert Runcorn, with Mephala Hopkirk and Reg's wife there as well, and you can get a Dementor in there. I think the figures on this are fantastic. They always do a good job when we get past that sort of golden trio, always getting Harry, Ron, Hermione. And this is a great example of a set with unique minifigures in, and yeah, excited to burst this one open. And there you go. I think it looks really nice, and I had a lot of fun building it. I do enjoy building buildings, and whilst it's not modular, of course, I think it looks pretty cool, and definitely look at building that into a modular building in the future. The telephone box is in there, and fittingly I've put Arthur Weasley in there. He's the only sort of 5th movie fig, as opposed to everyone else who is a fig from the 7th movie. You've also got Pius and Yaxley. I really like this golden statue. I really like the little frog details in gold there just underneath think it's pretty cool. That could definitely be expanded. And when we look at expanding this build, you've got a Dementor along with Umbridge and her sort of little Patronus cat, which I think is a really nice touch. And you've got the sort of changeover of the Golden Trio, and they do of course have their sort of change of headpiece. That's their dual molded head turned over with a different hairpiece on as well, so you get a change of hairpiece for all of them. Let's take a little look at the building, because I think it looks fantastic. I think they've done a really good job with this. There's some fantastic extra details in here. The sticker sheet wasn't too big on this as well, which is always something that I'm always appreciative of. The little window pieces there you can see with all of the newspapers that have been blown into the window there, I think is a really nice touch. And you've also got this on the very bottom as well, and it's of course the chute by which they can sort of transport in and out of the ministry, and with the sort of green flames as well. I think it's a really nice touch, of appropriate touch. Of course, you can see there's sort of buildings, sort of different things on each of the 3 levels on both sides of the ministry, and this side not quite as entertaining possibly as the other side, but what you will notice is that these have the Harry Potter newspapers on the front as well, and they can be pushed out with those little green details you saw on the very back there. That's quite obvious to see whose room that is. That's of course Dolores Umbridge's, and there's some nice little attention to details with some of those papers that you can see on the top there, and that is of course the very back of the system that I just showed you. And my favourite part, the fact that these have got Technic pins on either side, means of course that we can potentially modularize the building at some point. Let's get this placed, and I'm going to dive straight into a time lapse of myself moving things about in the very early hours of Sunday morning. I was actually watching the M&R Death Star giveaway over on Whatnot, hoping to bag one for myself whilst I moved everything around, and you will see that we have made some progress here in the LEGO room, but I do think there's still going to be a lot of work to do over the next couple of months. Right, here we go, and this is what we're plumping for, with a sort of another sort of update in the LEGO room coming up in the very near future. I think it's fair to say that it won't sort of stay like this, but I'm still happy with those top 2 rows with Diagon Alley reflecting also the sort of structure of Hogsmeade as well. You've then got the Harry Potter fig stand in next to Gringotts, and then in the corner next to the mock that we did a week or 2 ago, we updated, is of course the new set, and you can see the Mandrake is now on the other side of the room where Hogwarts is, and that's something that we needed to work on and will continue to work on, is how we sort of incorporate all these extra little builds. But you can see that the Hogsmeade train station is finally where it was intended to go when we first busted open a couple of weeks ago. We planned to have it as a bridge between Hogwarts and the other side of Hogsmeade, and you can see at the very top there as well we've added the Gringotts lower section to it. It's just the only place that we can put it for now, and you can see that we've put the Marvel stuff all together underneath it. I think what we're going to need to do is get another one of these bookcases. This bookcase is fantastic for the Marvel sets that we do have, but it probably needs to be expanded. We've still got 1 or 2 Marvel sets that we want, but the actual size of this case is perfect, and we'll probably shove it in this corner next to where you can see the Clone Wars artwork there. But it would be perfect for Harry Potter stuff, including that, which would obviously stay on the top. And then you could put things like the Durmstrad ship in there, along with stuff like the Mandrake. I also think another possible solution is to put it in, or to get another small shelf just like you've just seen there, and put it in next to this Billy here for the meantime. I think that would give us more space. It just means we can put more of those taller items in, including the Mandrake and the Durmstrad ship as well, and it would also allow us to potentially get some other modular buildings in and modularize the new set that we've got there as well. And 12 Grimmauld Place is yet to come out of Backlog, and that is one that will need to take some sort of pride of place in this section. So should it, or could it be indeed in this section here? And we'll definitely have to move Captain Rex. Right, so it is the very next day. Typically I forgot to do an outro, as is kind of becoming the norm at the moment, but we finished quite late on last night. I'm not perfectly happy with the way everything looks, but we have kind of improved the space a little bit. We've got loads of stuff in backlog still to add to the space from Lego Harry Potter, Lego Star Wars, and we've also got some of those sort of festive Christmas sets as well. You might have seen in the haul video earlier in the week. So there's going to be plenty of different chops and changes here in the Lego rooms. If you want to stay up to date, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It would be sincerely appreciated. It does really help us out, and we are grateful for everyone who's made it to this point in the video and does watch. Still loads to come as well. We will have the images of the new sets for January for Lego Harry Potter and Lego Star Wars over the next couple of weeks. Those images will start to hit sort of the main frame, as it were, in the next couple of weeks, and you can guarantee you'll see them on the channel once we do have the official licensed images from Lego. Thank you for watching. Take care, and I will see you in the very next video. Bye.